All right, so a bit of bad news. I was cutting grass yesterday at the field we have, and there was this mustard plant that was at the base of a tree that I decided to cut with this knife. And the way it went was I cut the top off, and then when I went to cut the mustard plant at the base, this thing just snapped off like glass, which was insane. And for people who don't know, a mustard plant is just it's not like a tree or anything like that. It's not really hardwood or nothing. It's just like sinewy, like a weed basically. It's a weed, and the part I was cutting was probably like an inch thick, but it should have been like nothing for this thing. So I don't know. I stared at this thing for like a good 10 seconds after it snapped, like just completely dumbfounded. I've used Vanax before, and I've cut things that are thick. I've cut a lot of stuff. I've had different thicknesses. I made my mom a kitchen knife that she uses to cut bones with, and the edge hasn't chipped. Nothing's happened to it. So I am just completely like, I just don't understand why this happened. Looking at the break, I have an idea that maybe see this part right here in the corner, that maybe this piece of steel had a crack in it already. I don't know if this forms when it breaks. Like, let's say that if wherever the break started, if this was the end piece, and it just, when it twisted off, it made a different color. You see the end grain on this steel is just like basically perfect from what I can tell. No large granules or nothing like that. It's just, in general, it just seems perfect. The edge on it too isn't twisted or nothing. It isn't like it came off and then like twisted off. It's just a clean snap. That's it. And that's how it felt too. It was just like 1 second. I just heard ding, and then it was just gone. There's the same discoloration in the corner. When I look at it under a loop, it looks the same granule wise as the rest, but it's a little bit different. The very top corner has like a darker tint to it, like a little spot. I don't know. If I had to guess, because this just seems unnatural, I'd say that there was a imperfection in the steel itself. There was a crack. And the way I'm gonna test that is I'm gonna put this thing in a vise and then snap it and see what happens. See if I can reproduce this break, or just look at it, see what the differences are between the new break and this break. This thing is razor sharp still, so I am gonna put tape on it. I don't think that'll affect anything. I'll put tape. This is razor sharp too now. I went over it again and made it sharper than it was before originally. So I'm gonna put tape on both sides, and I'm gonna snap it, and I'm gonna look at it, and hopefully I'll get an answer, because it's just crazy. Okay. All right, so let's see. It is hard steel, so just gotta watch out. Nothing like flies anywhere towards me. Can't really prevent that, but let's see. All right. Okay. All right. That was nothing like the break over there. Okay. We'll take a look at it in a second, but let me show you this. Yeah, that's shattered completely. All right, so thinking about it, I probably should have like spray painted this thing orange or something, because I found pieces everywhere in the garage. But I'm sure I still have other pieces to find. But yeah, so I think personally that it had a defect, and that's why it snapped the way it did. It's like winning the lottery basically, but in a bad way. I mean, what's the chances of me getting a piece of steel that has a crack in it? Even this, doing this felt bad to me, because it took me like a month to do this thing. But whatever, I guess. But yeah, you see the if I get that in focus. If you see the grain structure and all that you can see, it looks beautiful actually. It's like well done, like all across, all the pieces. This one was like stressed out, I guess. And this piece, like, if you can see in the video, it bent like crazy before it snapped. I mean, that's what I expect from this type of steel. And I don't know. I have no idea why that happened. But yeah, so the problem is there isn't really anything I can learn from this. Like in terms of prevention, I mean, I can't think of any way of knowing if this, like a piece of steel that I get has an imperfection in it or not, or what to do, you know, if I hit it and ring it like a bell or something, or I don't know what. But yeah, so any suggestions would be absolutely helpful in terms of finding out a way of preventing this kind of breakage again in the future. And then the other thing is also, am I reading this wrong? Maybe, you know, is it, because I mean, this knife didn't go under abuse in any way. All I did, I mean, I've used it for like small branches and stuff like that, but nothing too big, because I understand the limits of the certain thickness of each knife that I use. I don't abuse my knives, and I don't like use them as pry bars or nothing like that. It wasn't like I stressed it out or caused a crack or whatever beforehand in my mind, because I didn't put this knife in any situation where that would happen. Well, all right. Okay. Bye.